helpexpungeme.com. All right, we've all made mistakes in our past, and that's what helpexpungeme.com is all about. You made a mistake, you want to move in a positive direction, you want to have closure, and I've got some gentlemen and a young lady who can tell you what that is all about and how you can move forward in a positive direction. All right, first of all, Benham Sims is with us. He is a former district court judge. Benham, welcome.
Well, thank you.
And also Tom Coffey. Both of you guys are prosecutors, right? Former prosecutors?
Former prosecutors, thank you.
All righty.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a law team, helpexpungement.com. It's very unique, and we'll tell you a little bit about it. But first, I want to introduce you also to Tracy. Welcome, Tracy.
Thank you.
Tracy's with Second Chances. This will all come together, folks. We'll make it happen, I promise. Okay, Benham, first of all, helpexpungeme.com. It is all about second chances and moving forward in a positive direction. But you were inspired by a family member. So this kind of has a story that's now coming together, right?
Sure. My grandfather was John Y. Brown Sr., and John Y. Was a congressman. He was Speaker of the House, but he was also author of the Civil Rights Act in 1966. And in 1966, Kentucky was the first state to pass the Civil Rights Act. I know, John, when you go and talk about Muhammad Ali, it makes you feel inspired. You're proud to do it because of your friendship and because of what an influence he was in your life. And that's what John Y. Sr. was to me and to my cousins who are lawyers. And every time I work to help someone get a job, to remove things from their record, I know that I am continuing the work he started in 1966 here in Kentucky.
Okay, Tom, and I want to come to you and ask you about your inspiration. I would think, being in your law practice and a former prosecutor, you've probably seen situations where someone needed and deserved a second chance, correct?
Absolutely, John. In fact, one of the things that was rewarding about being a prosecutor is you had a lot of discretion and a lot of authority to fashion plea agreements in order to help people if you thought that they were a candidate that could reform their life down the road, so you wouldn't have to be so punitive. But there were so many times, like statutorily, that people didn't have an opportunity once something was on their record, especially felonies. Up until last year, you had a felony conviction on your record. There was no way to get it off, so it was oftentimes just a permanent stain on your future.
All right, so what was the law formerly, Benham, and what is it currently?
Well, the law formerly was that no felonies could be expunged. And on top of that, if you had a misdemeanor, and had a misdemeanor in the 5 years before or the 5 years after, you couldn't get those expunged. This new House Bill 40 that Representative Darrell Owens wrote and helped pass with the governor as support and Republican support too, changes that. Now 91,000 felons in Kentucky can get that felony removed from their record. Hundreds of thousands, and we estimate between 300 and 500,000 Kentuckians can now get their misdemeanors. John, 1 in 4 adults, 70 million Americans, has an offense on their criminal record. And in this kind of economy, when we have our major industries like Yum moving and Humana maybe being bought out, people need to go and get charges off their records as soon as they can, and this new law lets them do it.
Again, helpexpungeme.com. I'll go to you, Mr. Coffey. Okay, he talked about all the people it affects, and obviously it's quite a few. With that being said, what are some of the positive effects that you perhaps have seen or can see happening in the future?
Well, one of the things that Benham and I, we've been working on this for almost 6 years now together, and we have had people come to our office and the usual things that you would expect. They need to get a job, but they have something on their record that they're prohibiting them from getting that job. We had people come to us who, when they got a job, their employer had not at that time run a background check. Now they're up for a promotion and they are doing background checks. But there was even more. There was people who were coming to us saying, I can't take my kids on a field trip at school because they do a background check at my child's school, so that's prohibiting me. We had people come in. There was one gentleman just a couple of weeks ago came to us and said, you know, his father was getting older, and they had not been able to go hunting now for about 30 years. If we could just get this felony off his record, he can actually go hunting with a rifle again. So. The obvious thing we initially went into this was thinking we were going to help people get jobs, but it exploded into many other avenues and many other parts of their life.
Tracy, you were a beneficiary of HelpExpungeMe.com. Tell me a little bit about your story.
Yes, absolutely. You know, in the past 30 years, incarceration has increased by 600%, and not because our community has become more dangerous, but because laws have become stricter. And as Tom had pointed out, there are so many facets of this. For example, this could prevent someone from being able to adopt a child for a non-violent, non-sexually related crime. And so being able to move forward with your life is a part of the reform process. Benham and Tom have helped to get this off my record, and as a result, I have started a nonprofit, Second Chances.
Congratulations to you. So you're moving in a positive direction. I think it takes a lot of courage, Benham. I think you'd agree, for Tracy to step forward, put her face out there and say, look, I've made mistakes in the past, but I'm doing something positive now in the community. She's really kind of the prototype of what you want this new law to accomplish, right?
She is helping thousands of people by getting this message out and standing up and said, I made a mistake. But don't define me by that mistake. Define me, for example, she's gone to college and has several degrees now. She's a great employee, and she's no more risk to reoffend after 5 years than the judge who sentenced her. This is someone who not only deserves a second chance, we want her to make more money. We want her to be able to pay more taxes. It helps us all. And you're a father. You don't punish your boys for something they did 10 years ago. Now that's not fair. It's punitive. And by allowing her to move forward and to get a better job and have a better livelihood for her family, she's helping us all and herself.
HelpExpungeMe.com. Probably a lot of this message may resonate with you or a loved one, and you want to move your life in a positive direction. HelpExpungeMe.com. Tom, we're going to do something kind of special here today, and if you would, I'll let you and Benham do the honors.
Well, thank you very much, John. And as Tracy was talking earlier, she's been a successful, we presented a successful petition for her to get her record expunged, and we now have all the official orders from all the everything that she would need in order to demonstrate that her record is free and clear. So we have the official orders from courts saying that these things, and according to the law, and Tracy can even say this, if any person gets an a felony or a misdemeanor expunged, under the law, it's deemed by the state to have never occurred, and so it's something that if you apply for a job, you don't have to state that that the incident ever happened at all.
You know, it's one thing to have a fresh start and move in a positive direction, but for you, Tracy, you're helping affect others in a positive way. So first of all, congratulations to you. And thank you as well.
Well, and thank you, Benham and Tom, as much for giving me my life back.
All right, HelpExpungeMe.com. Once again, let's show them the website. As you can tell, automatically, you guys, I respect you a great deal, as attorneys, prosecutors, former judge, but I called you Tom, and I called you Benham, because you do have that warmth factor to you, and I think that's a big part of what you do. Appreciate that. HelpExpungeMe.com. If you have a need, you want to move in a positive direction and bring closure to your past, look them up. Talk to Tom, talk to Benham, and they'll be glad to help you out. Coming up,